I'd like to welcome in now Alan Goldsmith, who joins us on the phone. He lives in Pacific Palisades. He was able to evacuate earlier this morning. Alan, thank you so much for giving us some of your time. I'm so sorry that you are dealing with this. You know, we're looking at that live coverage from KTLA. We're hearing reaction from other residents of Pacific Palisades. You know, we saw the smoke. We can hear the crackle of the flames out there. What is your reaction, Alan, as you see this, as you see what has become of your neighborhood?
Well, I have a lot of reactions. I was evacuated at about 11:38 in the morning by the fire truck. They saw me milling around, and they said, "You need to evacuate right away." The first thing I had to deal with is a disabled neighbor with dementia across the street who had 24/7 caretakers. They left this guy in a wheelchair with no real intelligent plan to get him out of there. And the firemen asked me if I could put him in my car, which I did. And I had to drive around for deal with the traffic to get out of there for hours to finally take him to Santa Monica Hospital. And the thing that's really discouraging right now to me is that I have no way of finding out what happened to my house. There's no database, there's no website, there's no service through the sheriff or the LA Fire Department or the city of LA, anybody where you can just put in your address and find out what happened. You know, it's a big blank. And also another reaction, you asked for reactions, they ran out of water. There's a huge reservoir in San Ynez Canyon where I live. It's called Palisades Highlands. It's a huge reservoir, and it's been empty for several years. In spite of the huge rain supply that we had in the last 2 years, they didn't refill it. No one can find out why. There's no one to ask. There's no place you look for the information. You know, our municipal services are so decrepit and inefficient that you could cry. And this emergency is really making that very clear to people. They're very angry. I'm in contact with many people that I know. You know, I was the at-large representative on the Pacific Palisades Community Council, so I know a lot of people that are just furious about the water supply and these other factors.
Absolutely, yeah. Situations like this certainly can bring issues to light. What did the neighborhood look like, Alan, when you last saw it as you were leaving?
Well, total chaos because everything in Pacific Palisades, all the homes are on canyons, on mountain roads. And so everyone accesses the same narrow mountain road to get to the main boulevard called Sunset Boulevard, which goes down to the beach. So it was a complete logjam. It took, you couldn't move. It took hours. It took an hour to move 50 feet. It was chaos until the police finally came and fire department came and reorganized people. The last thing I have on my street is my Ring camera video of my driveway and the street at 1:45 p.m. yesterday, and everything was fine. But then the power went out, and I didn't have battery backup on that, so there was no more feed to the cloud. I mean, I can access it now and see my house is okay, but beyond that, I have no information other than a rumor that one of the neighbors did not evacuate. And as of 2 a.m., he said that our street, Palisades Drive, and Palisades Drive is a very long street with a lot of different communities. There's a lower Palisades Drive and an upper, but at least in the lower one, he said there weren't any homes lost. And I think the entrance to our estate, which is 75 homes in a gated community, the entrance it's called Sea Ridge. It's a command center for the news people. So I assume they wouldn't be there if it were that safe or destroyed, but I don't know.
How worried are you, Alan, about what you will find when you are eventually able to go back?
I'm really worried. We had go bags. They weren't, we took our passports and medications and some clothes, but it's never enough. We really have nothing. We're in a hotel. I'm really worried that I have to rebuild my life, and I'm 81 years old, and it's just really high stress situation. I'm prepared to do it, but I have no choice.
Right. I know it certainly is such a high stress situation. And that's what we've said. I mean, we see this and we see that families are truly losing everything. And, it doesn't matter if you have insurance. It doesn't matter if you have the resources, because it's still, as you said, rebuilding and starting from zero. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.